Hi everyone, let's see. Let me make sure I have the correct camera. I do. There we go. Why am I down there? Hang on one second. Hi, that's what I get for going live. This is Kim from Dorothy's Daughter. Welcome to my channel. We are going to sew today the Harmony blouse from Love Notions. It happens to be the $5 Feature Friday for today, which is Friday, July 14th of 2023. And there's a link to the pattern down in the description. That is an affiliate link. It does benefit the channel just a little bit, but you don't pay any extra. In fact, I also have a discount code that's just for you down in the description. And if you're watching after, let's see, July, August, after September of 2023, it will have changed because they change quarterly. Check my Facebook group, Dorothy's Daughter Community, for the current code if you're watching after that. That's an additional 10% off. So anyway, now that I got that business out of the way, first of all, I just want to say hi to everyone. And this is going to be kind of a lot of, mostly information, because this is there for people who would like to do a sew along together. So what I'd like to do is I miss chatting with you all so very much, and we can do that a little bit in these sections, but at 7 o'clock when we're done with the content, if you guys want to hang around, we can do just general chit chat and catch up. Okay? All right, I'm just really excited to catch up with all of you. All right, let me just double check and see the comments here, because I want to make sure, see who's here. 1 second. Comments. And hello, Debbie. Yes, I will tell you the difference between the cadence and the harmony. Basically, the cadence is more of a shift type dress where it's sort of straight down. The cadence is a little bit like the laundry day tee, where it has a bit of a swing to it. So it's just a style difference. It's not a huge difference at all. The cadence is faced, and the harmony has bias binding, which you can easily add facing to the harmony if you'd like. So personally, I really like facing, although with this one, I'm going to go ahead and do the binding so that I can show you guys the process. All right. So, hi, Dee. Nice to see you. Hi, Dot. All right. I'm not sure. I don't have, I usually have the whole screen up here on my phone, but I was running short on time, wanted to get online on time. So let me just pull this up here so I can see the chit chat a little better. My channel. This is live, right?
Hey there.
All right, let's see. Let me get that up here as soon as I can skip ads. Oh my goodness. Sorry, guys. I was more concerned about getting online and getting the correct stuff up there. All right, so we have a few people watching. Great. And this will be saved on the channel. You can go back and watch it if you want to catch up, and that works too. All right. Hi, Heidi. Nice to see you. I'm excited too. I wanted to do, I haven't done enough for beginners lately, so I thought this is a great video if you're a begin sewing, because this top is super easy to put together. Not a lot of steps, and I'm going to give you some information about fabrics and whatnot. And like I said, we can hang around and do our little usual chit chat after the content, and because I really want to catch up with you guys. It's been a little while. I'm not going to talk a lot about this, but you all know, if you've been around, you know that I've had multiple deaths in my family over the last 13 months, with the first one being my husband, and each one was an immediate family member. So it's been a challenging year. Plus I had quite a large surgery. So I've been a little MIA, but I'm trying desperately to get back to where I was. I've been sewing like up a storm, but I just haven't had the, I don't know. It takes a little bit more to go ahead and hit record and be present for those things. So that is why, and I am like so ready to just connect with you guys again. I miss you all so much. All right, so that's what I wanted to talk about a little bit, just really briefly first. But first, I want to talk about the pattern itself. All right, it's kind of, as I said, a little bit of a swing top. It isn't, super swingy or anything, but it does have a little bit more swing than what the Cadence has. I am wearing one that I made a long time ago. It doesn't fit real well anymore. It's very large in the waist and hips, and you can't really see it. But if you look on my channel, you'll see a video where I reviewed this pattern and showed you this one. So it is a lovely basic to have in your wardrobe. So what I enjoy about it, I've not made one with sleeves before. I've always made tanks because it's one of those patterns. If you make the tank, you can literally get by with almost a, like a scant yard, like really scant yard. And there's not a lot of patterns you can do with 1 yard of fabric. So that's why I really do want to go ahead and do this one. It's a basic. I needed to do all my measurements over again because I've lost about 50 pounds since I made this one. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and take you through my whole thought process of how I chose the fabric I'm going to use, and I'm going to go ahead and show you how I chose my sizing, and hopefully that will help clear up some things, and I'll take questions for sure as I go through this part. So this is a woven, and I don't have a huge amount of wovens in my stash. I have a lot of knits, and that's because I sew for my grandkids a lot, and it's just easy with knits because then they can go ahead and wear them a little bit longer because they're stretchy. And but I do love sewing wovens. They're crisp, they're nice, they wash nice, just everything about them I love. So I'll show you what I pulled out. I have more than this, but this is what I pulled out as a choices. So this is actually a beach wrap that I bought in Mexico the last time we were there. And I love, love, love the colors of this one. Isn't that beautiful? This one would be a good choice because it's swingy. I'm sorry, it's not swingy, it's drapey. So since this is a little bit of a swing design, the drapey fabric would be really nice. The only thing is, the only way I have to judge how the fabric is with this is that it's, just kind of do it the old-fashioned way here. It's just a scant little bit over a yard. So I'm not too confident that I could get sleeves out of this one, and I want to make a sleeved version today. So this is probably better, maybe the same pattern even, but not today. But I love this fabric. It is drapey. This is a rayon Charlee. Was the base fabric of this. All right, hi Anne, how are you? Thank you so much for your prayers and love. You guys have been, I'll cry if I talk about it very much because I never dreamt that I would have such caring, wonderful people at the other end of this channel. It's beyond speechless. This has been a year I don't ever want to repeat. That's for sure. All right, so this is also rayon Charlee. I don't remember where I got this, but it's a really nice cut. It's navy with little flowers in it, sort of a ditzy floral in a way. And there is, though, over 2 yards of this. So this might be better put to a dress since there's enough of it. This is a very good contender though for today, but we'll just see. But that's a really good contender. And the one I did not choose for sure was that wrap, just because I don't think there's enough. This is a linen, really pretty linen, crisp. I think it might have a little bit of polyester or rayon in it, or it's not completely cotton, but it is just beautiful. Look at the hand in that. It almost looks like a chambray up close. I love this. So there's 2 yards of this, a little bit more than I need, but I've had this a while, so we'll see. This could be a contender today. I love this shade of pink. It's real pretty. I love it. Very summery, and probably would be limited to summer and end of summer. This one is a polyester. I've had this. This was a fabric that my kids fought over because I bought it at the warehouse in San Antonio. And when I brought it home, I was all set to make a shirt for myself. And my kids were like falling in love with it, and they were fighting over it, you know, so I ended up making something for each one of them with what I had. So then when I went back, they had a whole new bolt of it. So of course I bought some for myself, and I still haven't done anything with it. But it's a really nice stripe. If you do the stripes the way that, you know, if you lay it out the normal way, these will be horizontal stripes, which for the harmony, since it's got a little bit of a curved bottom to it, I don't know that stripes would be the best choice, at least horizontal stripes for that top. So this one is on the fence. If I did it in this one, I might turn it this way. It's a woven, so it shouldn't matter too much. There's a little bit of give. There's a little bit of give the right way, but there's, since it's a woven, it might not matter a whole lot. I've done that with border prints, you know, you can do that. I think it would still be okay, but I would probably do a vertical. But the drapiness of this polyester is really nice. And then I have one more that I pulled out, and it's a crisp white. It's a poplin, but it has a little bit of burnout to it, where you can kind of see through. I'll put my hand back here so you can see. So I'd have to wear a cami with this, and I have just a tiny bit over a yard of this. I think I have enough to do sleeves, but there again, this might be a nice basic tank. I would have to definitely wear a cami under it. I think though I could get the sleeves out if I did decide to go with this one. So I'm gonna let you guys guess which one I chose, because I've already chosen. So jump in and tell me which one you think I chose. And while we do that, I'm going to show you just a little video that I filmed that will explain how I chose the size I'm going to make today. I believe that's this one.
All right, so this is the pattern from the Harmony blouse, and what I want to do is make this version here with short sleeves. And I'm going to scroll down here to the sizes. And my high bust is 38, so that puts me in a large. My full bust, though, is 42, so that's a little bit over into the extra large range. My waist is 39, and my hip is about 45 and a half. All right, so that there takes me pretty much to an extra large except for the high bust. However, I could do that and do a narrow shoulder adjustment the way that I do that, or I could do the large with the full bust. Let me see where that puts, though, my waist and hip. So I go down here to the finished measurements, and I see that the full bust is 45. So that's 3 inches of room I would have if I do the full bust version on the large. Then on the waist it's 44 and a half, which is a good, it's a good 5 or more inches off of ease on my waist. And then on the hip is 51 and a half, which is plenty of ease for my hips. So, and then the bicep, I'm going to need to measure as well and make sure I don't need a full bicep adjustment. So I'm going to choose, I think, the large with the full bust. Just because I also know that Love Notions patterns, that tends to be the size that I end up making. But I just, if you're wondering or you're on the fence and you think I could do it this way, or I could make the extra large and make the adjustments for the neck and shoulder line, well, really, if you can do the one that fits your neck and shoulders, you're going to be a lot better off. So if you can do the full bust, and then if you have enough ease, and I mean, some people like a little more ease than others. So I mean, if that's not enough, then you could blend. You could certainly blend the sizing from the bust down to the waist and hips on the extra large line. That's easy to do as well. So that is personally my favorite way of doing it. And it works usually on Love Notions patterns for me. It's just to go ahead and do the full bust version, and I just double check that there's enough ease in the waist and hips. And then I also check the bicep, which I know this is enough for me because I have done them, and I know that. I can't remember what my measurement is at the moment, but it is way lower than that. So that is how I determine size for Love Notions. But it's individual. If you want to know like how much ease you should expect, according to the designer, what you would go and you would just compare these measurements for the regular bust would be 40 inches, and so about 3 inches of ease is what they allow in the bust. Let's look at the waist. 34 to 45 now, or to 44. So that's almost 10 inches of ease that they allow. A little bit more than I'm going to contend with, but still I think it's plenty. And then 43, and then they go to 51 and a half, which is also plenty. So I think that I'm going to be well within comfort for me. But everybody knows what their body can accommodate. So you just kind of need to figure out what ease you're comfortable with in your garments. And then kind of take into consideration what might be a design ease that the pattern designer put in. This is a bit of a swing top. However, I am quite confident that I'm going to get the shaping I need. The harmony that I made that wasn't extra large in the past in my other size definitely was way too baggy on me. And so use all the clues of sizing that you can pull together to choose your size. It's more than just saying, okay, here, here, here. You have to go take in all the factors, and you have to consider ease. That's the biggest thing that's going to make your success in fitting.
Alrighty, let's go back here. All right, so that is basically how I chose my large with a full bust. That's my standard for Love Notions since I've lost weight. It always fits really well. This is an extra large harmony that I made before, and I had done the narrow shoulder adjustment on this one. So it is huge on me, just huge. So I don't really think that making the extra large is necessary for me. However, those sizes are not, they're based on what average people like. So you go ahead and just think about how much room you want in it, and you can make your adjustments accordingly. All right, so let's see, I had some guesses, blue flowers and a couple ones of pink linen. Well, whoever guessed pink linen was right. I just, this has been calling to me from my stash for a little while. And since there's a little bit more than necessary, I'll have enough to make my bias binding out of this as well. So that is a plus. I don't really want to use a packaged one if I don't need to. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and cut mine out. Then I'll be back at 5 and show you the steps of putting the body together. And then we'll chat a little bit and see if you have questions about the fit and things like that. We can chat then. And also then at 7, I'm going to go ahead and go through the steps of binding and finishing. But we'll construct the entire top, including the sleeves and setting the sleeves over the 5 o'clock one. So stay tuned for that. I will be back here at 5 o'clock, same channel. I will be a new link because it'll be a new video. And yeah, do y'all have any questions before I sign off of this little first part 1? Any questions of anybody? Alrighty, I think this is pretty basic. And like I said, I wanted to do something that would be very beginner friendly. So if you know a beginner, this is a great place to start. What made me want to do this today is I had a friend over. I don't know if she's watching, but Mindy, hello. She brought some fabric and said, oh, I don't know what to do with this. It's only a yard. And I said, oh, you should make a harmony. And then I remembered that today was going to be the featured pattern from Love Notions today, which is for only $5, which is amazing. And so when I told her that, then I started thinking, you know, I could actually do a video that would help her and anyone else who'd like to sew something out of a scant yard of fabric. The only difference is I am doing sleeves with this one, but if you can bind a neckline, you can bind armholes. So that shouldn't be too difficult to translate into a tank if that's what you'd like to do. So I will mention, I believe there is a different cutting line though when you do the pattern for the tank than there is for the sleeves. So definitely when you cut it out, know which you're going to do and cut the correct pattern, or the cut on the correct line. All right, I'm excited, and I will be back here at 5 with a half-done harmony, and I'm going to be filming the steps as I do them, and we'll go from there. All right. Another thing to mention about this pattern, hang on, I believe I'm going to make sure of this because I don't want to say the wrong thing, but yes, there is a center back seam, I believe. I'm going to double check because I don't want to tell you the wrong thing. Yes, there's a center back seam on this one. So you can make a lot of good adjustments there as well. So if you're having trouble with a sway back, bunching it up at your back or something like that, we can also take a look at that and adjust your pattern accordingly. So, all right, I'll see you guys at 5. Happy sewing, and this is a sort of a trial run of doing things this way. It's nice for a couple reasons. One, I get to spend time with you guys. 2, it's a sew-along type thing, which everybody always wants sew-alongs. And it also isn't a lot of editing for me. So it's a win-win-win. So let's see how this goes. And if we like this format, I'll do more like this. Of course, I'll still do my filmed and edited tutorials and pattern reviews and whatnot. But I think this might be something that people will like, because then I could take questions when I do it live. So, all right. I will see you at 5. Have a good afternoon. Bye-bye.